There's a secret to expressing ourselves vulnerably, and it starts with getting more connected to the deeper place within you, to your soul. My name's Amy Webb, and I'm a transformational mentor and meditation guide. I teach women through energetics how to express themselves vulnerably and how to release anxiety and move through the gateway of anxiety into way more of their potential. I do this through an online program and community space called the Transform You program. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for being here. And if you're returning, welcome back. Remember to subscribe. That will help me to spread these messages to more people. And remember to hit the bell to get notified of new videos every single week. It's free to do so. Okay, so the topic this week is about learning to express yourself vulnerably and the secret to expressing vulnerable emotions. And so let's dive straight in. Right now, we're traveling with about 30 women through our Transform You program, and every single one of these women is working on overcoming their blocks in their expression and learning to release the discomfort that blocks them from being able to express their vulnerable emotions. When I say vulnerable emotions, I'm really speaking about our deepest fears, our deepest concerns, our deepest insecurities. And I'll tell you right now on this planet, look, we're all going through it. Just this week in our community, I shared my own deepest fears and insecurities that were coming up, and that I felt this thick wall that was blocking me from being able to move forward in my life in some different areas. This is super normal, and it's really natural for resistance to come up before you break through into a new space for yourself, into more expansion, into more confidence. And so I want to kind of reframe this experience of expressing vulnerable emotions for you in this video. The true secret to expressing vulnerability is in reframing the word itself. We've been taught and conditioned to think that vulnerability is a weakness. You know, if we think of athletes, if they're vulnerable to a certain injury, it has a negative connotation. Or if there's an illness and we're susceptible to illness or our immune system is low, we say things like, oh, she's vulnerable to infection, right? So it's been conditioned into us that that word has a negative connotation and means we're fragile. But truly, when you start to tap into the deeper truth that exists within you, sharing your deepest, uncomfortable fears and insecurities is incredibly powerful in connecting you with your soul power, with the authentic person that exists within you, that is incredibly powerful and capable and confident. And so the more we learn to express our vulnerable emotions, the more we actually open ourselves up to the world, and the more we open up to life. I know firsthand how scary that can be and how uncomfortable it can be to share something with someone in a really vulnerable way when our body is shaking and maybe anxiety is peaking as you say it. But I promise you, as you move through that bridge, as you move through that wall, you will find yourself melting into a newfound respect and courage for yourself. And so the secret to overcoming vulnerable emotions is in reframing the word vulnerability. It is your power. It is your birthright. It's your gateway into more of the true essence of who you are. It's your gateway into expressing from your soul rather than expressing from fear. We were joking in our community this week about this because, you know, on our call, we were all crying and expressing with tears and letting our emotions out and letting out our grief at what's happening in the world at the moment. And it was incredibly beautiful to witness. You kind of have to see it to believe it, but it's very powerful and the energy is palpable. But the part that we were joking about is, you know, how normal it is in society to go, hey, how are you? Yeah, good. Especially in Australia, it's so common to say you're feeling okay when really you're not, right? And we want to create space. This is what I really stand for in the program that I have and in our community space. I stand for the true expression of you, the true essence of your soul. And I stand for that because I know that that's part of how you transform into being the most magnificent version of yourself. And so although it seems like the scariest thing, when you break through that, you'll open up to way more of your potential. Your mindset will expand. You'll feel more resilient. You'll feel more courageous. And there's a number of knock-on effects from that. So I invite you to reframe vulnerable emotions into the superpower that they are, and to start to play in a safe way with letting your emotional experience be expressed. If you want a space to be able to do this, our Transform You community is the perfect place to do it. You can learn more about our program in the free training in the links below. And in that training, I'll teach you how to overcome anxiety and self-doubt without having to sacrifice your life or your career goals, because we really need to keep moving in life as we heal, right? So I'm very much about helping ambitious women to be able to keep moving forward in their life whilst they heal, and doing these things simultaneously. We'll keep this one short and sweet for today. If you liked this video, you might also like these videos, and remember to subscribe to this channel for a new video every week. And I hope to see you really soon.